Hello guys and welcome to our channel Techno Universe. Today we're reviewing some big changes in the recently refreshed Model S, including feature changes to the Model 3 and Y, full self-driving updates and price increases, and much more. So let's get started. The Model S is the longest running product in the Tesla lineup of vehicles and still probably the most iconic electric car in the world. While it's remained largely unchanged over the past decade, Tesla seems to have the perfect sense of how to incorporate just the right upgrades at just the right times to keep this vehicle at the top of the game. We know that the Model S Plaid is fast and people love to talk about that, but there is more to this car than just the numbers in a lot of ways. The Model S is and has always been a window into the future of the auto industry. Some new updates are already coming to the refreshed Model S, and this time on the exterior. A year ago, Tesla announced their refreshed Model S and X with a shocking yoke steering wheel, new screens, AAA games, and Plaid model to be released soon. They quietly released this on their earnings call with new photos of what the interior looks like. Additionally, Elon Musk said that it will ship out in a month. With global supply chain issues, the car was significantly delayed from a February release, but Tesla finally released it with a Plaid launch event in June of 2021. Let's get the obvious one out of the way. The steering yoke control is really the biggest change that has been introduced to the Model S. It's a design that Tesla has applied into concept vehicles and prototypes in the past as the new Roadster and the Cybertruck. But this is a big deal to actually have such a drastic change to very familiar vehicle control. The steering wheel was one of the few things that all vehicles had in common no matter what kind of car or truck you get into. There would undoubtedly be a wheel in front of you, but no more. The design has already started to spread to the rest of the auto industry. Toyota has a steering yoke in their BZ4 electric SUV. This is one of those things that went back and forth across the internet for months before the car was even released. We wondered if Tesla was just trolling us or would they actually release the yoke. Would they give buyers an option? Maybe this would just be exclusive to the Plaid. The speculation in the mainstream media went off the chart at the first sight of the yoke steering control. The introduction of the glass roof is also a big part of that. It reminds you that there's a wide world out there in all 360 degrees of view. The horizontal center screen is another. It's setting us up for a day when the windshield isn't always the center of attention. Tesla has claimed that the Model S Plaid does 0 to 60 miles per hour in 1.99 seconds, which is amazing. And it's the first production car to ever be marketed with a sub-2 second 0 to 60. There are still a few features talked about at this event that has not been launched yet, like the AAA gaming in particular. But Tesla just recently updated the Model S with track mode. Soon, they will be releasing their updated carbon ceramic brakes along with a track-specific wheel package. In the meantime, one change that owners have wanted for a long time on the Model S is a change to the headlights, which have some minor issues. That change, along with the new taillights, were both spotted alongside the Cybertruck testing in Fremont a few weeks ago. But it was also spotted on the road with the new, larger port. The charge port is a clear departure from the current smaller one, and the rear bar that used to go into the taillights cannot be seen. Now, this updated model has officially been spotted in Taiwan, in which the rear of the Model S is quite different from the current. The rear bar, which is usually black, has been removed entirely and no longer goes into the taillights. It is painted red to match the vehicle color and doesn't go into the taillights, but from what we've heard, it is completely gone now. When we look up front, we can see that the Model S headlights have also changed. This required a sharp eye and zooming into the headlights, but they are different. This will serve more of a functional purpose than a design purpose, since it's still hard to tell how they have changed without looking closely. Lastly, the biggest change for other countries is the new Ccs Port. Tesla uses their own charging port for their cars in the US and at their superchargers. This port is much smaller than most and works great for fast charging. But CCS is becoming a lot more standard for electric cars as a whole. In other countries, Tesla ships their cars with this port and not their own. But since it's quite bigger, it requires this larger door. This is shown here on a Model X, and it flips up to open the port and give enough clearance for what are often large plugs. This is necessary update for other markets, and we're now seeing how Tesla is implementing it for the refreshed Model X and S. Sawyer Merritt clarified the feature changes by saying, new adaptive headlights with an outer projector lamp that supports a matrix LED, deletion of rear crossbar trim, and new native CCS2 charging port with updated door design. These are small but noticeable changes that Tesla is adding to these cars. The 2022 Model S and X have already been shipped, so these changes are not specifically for that model but a later updated 2022 model. Tesla makes changes on their cars very often and updates them regularly. It's great so that customers always have the latest car, but frustrating for many who want at least a year before their new car gets some improvements. The CCS port is only for markets where Tesla ships that standard, so it'll be interesting to see if Tesla switches all Model S's and X's to this larger charge port door, with a smaller port in the US, or if they keep the same smaller door in the US. They may switch to the larger door so that it can support their own CCS converter. Tesla has announced that they officially have superchargers operational in all 50 US states. They posted photos of their chargers in a few different climates saying, "Drive anywhere in the US using the supercharger network now in all 50 states." Of course, you can't quite drive absolutely anywhere, but you are covered for most trips to reasonably common areas. And this network is only going to be expanding in the next few years. It will also be opening to non-Tesla in the future, and we can see that Tesla has even added this filter option to their supercharger map online. You can see a new indicator for superchargers open to non-Tesla. Tesla has begun opening their network in the Netherlands first, and Elon Musk said last year that we're making our supercharger network open to other EVs later this year. However, on Tesla's website, they say, we're starting with a select number of sites so that we can review the experience, monitor congestion, and assess feedback before expanding. Future sites will only be open to non-Tesla vehicles if there is available capacity. This is all great news for the future of electric vehicles, since the fast charging infrastructure is one of the most important things for all EVs. So that's a wrap for today. Thank you for watching. If you would like to receive updates about more tech-related news, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more updates. So, what do you think of the new Model S refresh? Do you like its stunning features? Don't forget to share in the comments section. Thank you for staying with us.